story uses simple language and clear sentences, making it ideal for practicing pronunciation and building fluency, reading aloud and discussing. The moral also improve conversation skills. Title: Tiny Tim the Donkey. In a beautiful valley, there lived a little donkey named Tim. Unlike most donkeys who grew up big and strong, Tim stayed small, no matter how much he ate or exercised.
He tried his best, hoping he would eventually grow to match the size of the other donkeys and animals around him. But as days turned into years, Tim remained tiny.
All the animals in the valley would often laugh at Tim's size. The horses, towering over him, would whinny in amusement. "Look at tiny Tim," they'd say, stomping their hooves. "He's just a little bug compared to us." The cows would chuckle as they grazed in the meadows. "He's so small. How could he ever pull a cart or carry loads like a real donkey?" Even the goats, who were usually kind, couldn't help but tease Tim from time to time. "Donkeys are supposed to be strong, aren't they? But look at you, Tim, you're as small as a young lamb." Tim felt heartbroken. He tried not to let their words bother him, but deep inside, he wished he were bigger and stronger. He wanted to show the animals he could be as valuable as any other donkey. Every day, he would practice lifting heavy stones or pulling small carts, hoping to build up his strength, but his size never changed. One day, as Tim wandered through the forest alone, he came across an old owl named Oliver, known for his wisdom. Oliver noticed Tim's sad face and asked, "Why do you look so down, little one?" Tim sighed and said, "Everyone laughs at me because I'm so small. No matter how hard I try, I can't seem to grow bigger like the other donkeys. I feel like I'll never be able to do anything useful." Oliver listened carefully and nodded. "Tim," he said kindly, "sometimes the size of one's heart and determination matters more than the size of one's body. You may be small, but there are things you can do that others cannot." Tim tilted his head in confusion. "Like what?" "Well," Oliver replied, "big animals have their strengths, but being small has its own advantages. You can fit into places others can't. You can move faster and more quietly. Remember, strength doesn't always come from muscles alone." Tim thought about Oliver's words, but he still felt unsure. Would his size ever truly be helpful? The next morning, the valley was in a panic. The farmers who lived nearby were in distress because their precious lamb had gone missing. Little Lily, the lamb, had wandered off into the dense part of the forest, and no one could find her. The horses, cows, and even the goats had tried to search, but they couldn't fit between the thick trees and narrow paths that led into the deeper parts of the forest. Tim overheard the commotion and saw the worry on everyone's faces. Suddenly, he remembered Oliver's words, "You can fit into places others can't." Maybe I can help," Tim thought. With a newfound determination, he trotted up to the farmer and his animals. "I'll find Lily," Tim declared confidently. The other animals looked at him in disbelief. You? How could a tiny donkey like you possibly help? Scoffed the horses. But Tim didn't let their laughter stop him with quick steps. He squeezed between the thick bushes, wiggled under low branches, and tiptoed through the tangled forest, moving quietly and carefully. His small size allowed him to navigate through places no other animal could. After a while, Tim heard a faint, scared, bleating sound. Following the sound, he found little Lily huddled between two large rocks, trapped and frightened. Lily, Tim called softly. The lamb's eyes lit up with relief as she recognized him. Don't worry, Lily. I'm here to take you home, Tim said with a warm smile. He gently nudged Lily, encouraging her to follow him. Step by step, they made their way back through the forest, with Tim guiding her around every obstacle. When they finally emerged from the trees, the animals and the farmers were overjoyed. They ran over, hugging Lily and cheering for Tim. Tim, you did it! Cried the goats in amazement. You saved Lily. The horses neighed, clearly impressed. The cows nodded with respect. We underestimated you, Tim. You may be small, but your bravery is bigger than all of us. The cows nodded with respect. We underestimated you, Tim. You may be small, but your bravery is bigger than all of us. Tim beamed with pride. For the first time, he felt truly appreciated. His small size, once a source of ridicule, had allowed him to rescue Lily when no one else could. The animals now looked at him with admiration, realizing that size didn't define someone's worth or strengths. From that day on, Tim no longer felt sad about his height. He was proud of who he was, and the other animals respected him for his courage and kindness. Tiny Tim may have been small, but he had a heart and spirit as big as any creature in the valley. Moral of the story: subscribe my channel. No matter your size or appearance, true strength lies in your courage and kindness. Everyone has a unique gift, and sometimes what makes us different is what makes us special.